Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Street Crypto here, back for another video. In today's video, I want to talk about Decentraland and its native token of Mana. So Decentraland, or Mana, is currently sitting at $2.65 with a market cap of 4.8 billion. Looking at the all-time charts, we saw Mana hit highs of nearly $1.5 back towards the earlier run in May and June, and then obviously got back down to nearly 47 cents. And in the last month alone, it's just gone parabolic. Quickly, if you don't know what Decentraland is, it is essentially a virtual reality platform. So it's like a metaverse in itself on the Ethereum blockchain, and it allows users to create, experience, and monetize content and applications. So it's kind of like a VR game, if you say, with blockchain technology. I'm just going to go into some quick news. So Microsoft is preparing to build on the metaverse. Now, Microsoft is obviously a huge company in computer development and technology, and is making a commitment to the metaverse, or the digital fabric connected to real world through blockchain and VR technologies. It announced that its recent Ignite conference, where it showcased its metaverse plans for Teams, Dynamics 360s, connected spaces, etc., etc. Now, isn't directly connected to Decentraland, but it is indirectly connected because Decentraland is a metaverse crypto, and the reason that it's gone just absolutely insane in the last month really, is because of the hype around the metaverse and Facebook's name change to Meta. So there's a lot of hype around things going and related to the metaverse. And the fact that Microsoft is stepping in with Facebook to step up into the metaverse is really helped Decentraland and Mana, and it will continue to in the future. Our next story comes as Decentraland has booked a bunch of different celebrities for a metaverse music festival. Now, this was back in October, but there was a 4-day metaverse festival, and they booked this famous DJ, Deadmau5, and Paris Hilton. So the fact that these celebrities are deciding to join into the metaverse with Decentraland is really, really good for Decentraland's image and company, as obviously if celebrities are hopping in it, many of their fans and the people that they're influencing are going to hop into Decentraland as well. And there's been a lot of interest in not only Mana as a crypto, but also the metaverse around Decentraland. And then I'm just going to talk about some things that are affecting Mana indirectly. So Grayscale is a large company with a investment fund, and they essentially have I think over $5 billion in assets, and they invest in cryptocurrency sort of like a hedge fund. But they've got a trust in Decentraland, and they have nearly $50 million in the Decentraland trust, with them being up nearly 1,000% since they launched the trust. But the fact that these whales are deciding to choose Decentraland out of every crypto out there. Now, don't get me wrong, Grayscale has a bunch of different trusts, but Decentraland was really, really small when they decided to choose it, and they backed them from an early stage. So having the trust from the whales into something like a small project in the form of Decentraland is really, really good to see. And it's really going to help price action in the long term. But let's get into some quick TA. So this is the 4-hour chart looking at Mana. Obviously, we saw a massive run up towards the end of October to, the start of November, nearly the end of October. In about 3 days, we went up over 500%. If you caught the low at 74 cents, then you could have got gains of upwards of 550% in about 3 days, which is insane. But where do we go from here? Well, on the 4-hour, we're starting to form this bullish pennant. Now, obviously, normally you would say or expect a breakout of similar proportions to this, that's what normal TA says. But considering that majority of this move, or 99% of this move, was based on the hype around the metaverse, I don't imagine seeing another 550% gain like within 3 days will happen here. It's just not realistic, especially because the hype and the volume in metaverse cryptos and Mana will slowly diminish into other cryptos and into Bitcoin. So the likeliness of an upwards upbreak I would say is about 50%, depending on Bitcoin, really. I don't think, if Bitcoin stays solid, I don't think Mana is going to see a major move upwards. The only thing I would expect is if we do break out of this pennant, we tried to here, but saw rejection on the 4-hour. If we do break out of this pennant, testing $3 resistance is likely at this point. But moving on from that, testing again $3.50, I would say is around a 40% chance if we break $3 again. Now, the most likely case I would say is testing $3. Now, I know I said a breakout of high proportions is unlikely, but $3 really seems like an important position that Mana has tested quite a few times on the 4-hour. We've tested support at around $2.50, nearly twice here and once here, so 3 times in total, and we've rebounded every time. So it looks like it's just going to be consolidating between this range for a little bit. I don't imagine a major breakdown will happen like we've seen with other cryptos. Obviously, we've gone up 500% in 3 days, but I don't imagine we're going to be crashing down to $1 or $1.50 really within the next month or so as meta hype, starts to diminish. I imagine Mana will slowly regress back down towards around about the $2 mark. But for the meantime, I would say expect consolidation in a range between $2.50 to $3. And I wouldn't say hitting highs of nearly $5 is likely at this point, unless we have some kind of major news factor that comes in, like Facebook or Tesla accepting Mana as a payment service. But most likely case, testing $3, push down, testing resistance at $2.50, and then either a breakdown to the downside or a breakdown to the upside. But I would say there's about an 80% chance of consolidation within this range, something like this, and then either a slow, if we zoom out a bit, I would say a slow regression back down towards $2. Now, obviously, it's not going to be exactly like this, but I would say $2 is an important place that we could see Mana at somewhere between now and the end of November. But that was just a quick video on Mana. If you guys want to check out any other cryptos, let me know down below. But I'll see you guys in the next one.